fuel pump replacement on this motor today. So you can see, where's my camera here? Sorry, we're in direct sunlight. But there, it's dripping out of this fuel pump. I'm sorry if I said fuel filter. So here's the replacement, and here's the new replacement. The hoses go in the same spot. Took a picture before and after. The one little 10mm bolt was in here holding this on, and then I loosened these clamps on each hose. So now it's just trying to pull it apart, which I don't know if this is going to be able to focus. Let's see. It's also in direct sunlight, so I don't know if this is going to work. All right, let me try and pull these off, and then I'll come back with with another video. All right, old one is off, new one is on. Very messy job, fuel everywhere, but it was as simple as one 10mm bolt, and just slide off the hoses, slide on the hoses. The main hose here, which feeds from the tank filter to the fuel filter over here, was stuck on pretty good. So now I'm just going to do this on video here. Don't know how successful I'll be, but you're just gonna slide these clamps. I gotta use two hands. Okay, so I'm not gonna be able to video this, but basically slide all these clamps like here. It's hard to do with one hand holding the phone. That one I think I got all the way up. Let's see if I can do this one. That one's all the way up. This guy. No, this one I'm gonna need two hands on, but let's see if I can put this somewhere. Let's see. I don't know if that's a good shot or not. Phone is upside down. Yeah. All right, so that's good. All right, so the clamps are all the way up, close to the fuel filter. Hopefully this new fuel filter is good. It's definitely the same size. I was charging my jump pack before. Let's get this guy all the way tight. This thing's only like a couple threads. It's really nothing. So just put this back. All right, so we're gonna get the jump pack. I was having the jump pack charge in the house, because it says not to try starting. It really says try not to starting a car below 50%. So that was charging. I'm gonna see if I can get this thing jumped and the battery charging here. That's the goal. We'll of course we'll see what actually happens, but I'd love to get this battery so this thing could start, this thing could work, and then this thing is for sale. But the fuel filter, just Chinese, unfortunately. Sorry, it got cut off. Chinese, unfortunately, which sucks for, I mean, I'm not using this anymore, so it's not going to be my problem. But at least this one had like model number. Sorry, fuel is still dripping out of it. It is the, what's up upside down? It's a Mikuni And then, oh, I cut my finger, I'm bleeding. It's a Mikuni, and then you can see the model number there. But the new one is blank on this side, and it's blank on that side. There is some kind of number here, but it doesn't match there. I don't know, online it matched. So, I don't know, so be it. All right, let me take care of my finger here. I'll run in and get the jump pack, see if I can get this fired. All right, so unfortunately we are not where we want to be right now. Sorry, I put this thing in the worst angle for filming. I'm letting it just kind of chill out for a bit because just make sure that has fuel in it. Good. I think it's kind of flooded out right now. I tried to start it a little too many times. I was just hoping it would crank over. New fuel pump is good. It's not leaking. There's no, these are all dry. It was turning over. Excuse me, it was cranking but not turning over. In the past with this mower, this wire here, the wiring on this mower is not great. I'm gonna be completely honest with everybody here. But this connection here would prohibit it from starting for some reason. I don't know what it is. I'm not a small engine mechanic by any means, but air filters off of it, just until it, and that's kind of the insides. This thing is, where the choke is, that closes when it's choked. This is where the air comes in, and feeds the inside of the engine. But you know, unfortunately, I think it's either flooded out or whatever. Put the jump pack back on the charger here. We're between, focus, 25 and half. So I'm just gonna kind of let this chill here. I was so optimistic that I would get this Humpty Dumpty put back together again, but yeah, why would that work? But it's so close. It was cranking, but I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm hoping it's just kind of flooded out. Make sure the key's off. I can't remember. I believe it's actually backwards, I think. So this is like the throttle. Everything's reversed on this. So I know this back in the day was to engage the blades. Now this is the throttle. You move this over here. This lever is to engage the blades. The blades are not engaged. This, I believe, closest to you, it's kind of opposite. Yeah, he made the same. So it follows the same. Sorry, I don't know why this is not focusing here. Closest to you is the higher engine speed. Further away is kind of like the turtle mode. All right, so I got to keep it here. It did have old fuel in it, so that's probably the culprit. I did put I put gas in it, but I didn't siphon the old fuel out, so I did put some of this. Why will this not focus? There we go. Some of this Toro fuel treatment in it. It's a premium fuel treatment. I'm not sure if this is exactly like stable. I do have stable as well. I have a little I have some stable as well. I don't know if stable is going to help it. This is more the storage one, so I went with the Toro just to see, try to rock the mower back and forth a little bit to get that fuel mixed in, and I did add fresh fuel. I just picked up fuel, so I did add fresh fuel to it. It's not all the way full, but it's that's a 5-gallon tank. I think it has at least 3, probably 4 gallons in it right now, which is plenty. And it didn't have much in it. left in it at the bottom. So the fuel filter here looks good. Everything looks clear. In here, everything looks good there. I don't know if the camera's picking it up. I did use the fuel. I know the fuel's fine because I've been using that blower all day, that push blower, and refilling that with the same fuel. So, you know, the thing is, this is not used all that much. So, I don't know. I'm just going to let it sit in the sun. I also don't know. The hour meter all of a sudden is not working. Now, that's a big deal because the hours are unknown on this thing anyway, but I would still like it to work. It looks like it might actually have a little watch battery behind it, but I'm sorry, I'm not doing it looks like a little watch battery there. So, but that was working before the battery, this battery died. And I'm in this mower too much already that I want this jumped and it to just charge itself. I really don't want to spend another $100 on a battery, especially when I'm getting rid of it. Be completely upfront with whoever buys it. It needs a battery. It needs help with wiring. Wiring's good right now, but you know, if you're flying around with this on an open trailer and the wing catches a wire, connection can come undone. I mean, it's kind of, the guy who put this together did a cool job because it does all work at the end of the day. And it's a beautiful machine in terms of, I know it's ugly on the outside, but in terms of the quality of cut and everything else, it needs some drive tires. It does need, I mean, you know, the thing is, these things all day long could go for a few grand, but needs a battery, needs drive tires, needs a little help with the wiring. To me, knock off $1,000 off the price. Give me 12. That's what I'm going to put this up as. I'm hoping I put it up for 1,200 as a start. 1,200 with the sulky too. That sulky by itself is like $300. So you're paying $900 for this thing. You know, those LED pods you could take off. Those are like $100. So it's got a brand new fuel pump, brand new blade spindle, like everything on this cut is amazing. It could use it's a belt driven. The belts on this don't look the best, but they work plenty fine. You know, the grips here, everything is just kind of getting a little much, but let's let this sit, and then I'm gonna revisit this. I'm gonna get going on some other projects. Hopefully I can get this thing working this weekend. That would be the goal. Put this up on Marketplace. Also on Marketplace right now. That Toro is on Marketplace. Put that on for $3,500, I think. It's $3,500 for the Toro. And then both this sweeper and the dethatcher there are on Marketplace right now. They both need a little work. The frame on this little, focus. So not the thick part, but this little thin frame here. You can see where the orange tape is there. That either needs a quick little weld, or this frame needs to be replaced, but it's super cheap as a replacement part. I'm contemplating actually just buying the replacement and redoing it, just so maybe sell it for a little more. But if you want to do it, I'll take under $200 for this. I think I put it up for $175. I put this thing up for $65. The engagement lever here is just a hair off. I don't know if that's focusing. So, but it needs to be adjusted to your application anyway, because it was used with this Toro hitch right here, which is pretty high off the ground. So compared to like a riding mower, which most people would use. So it needs a little adjustment anyway. So that's 65 bucks. Sweepers 175. I said I'll just even 200. That's it. Firm on that if you want them both. We'll wait a little while and let me get going on some other stuff here.